Andrius, due to the severity of the following information, I wish to tell it to you without the use of a story. It is very difficult to understand what you must do, so just listen because this part is not going to be the best story of your move to freedom. The trip to America is part of the struggles you will face here. The boat ride is very crowded and really unsanitary. The disease is spreading quickly throughout the ship. No fresh air will be expected or provided on your trip. Due to these conditions, you will have the possibility of dying or becoming very ill before you even reach America. So try and be very cautious of your surroundings while on the boat. If the resources are provided to you to get a vaccine, this might save you time, money, and life. You might hear of seasickness. This causes people to vomit. The odor doesn't go away and may become overwhelming. It's not really a disease, but the bacteria in the vomit helps it spread. Another disease that you might catch is typhus. It is caused by bacteria and found in the feces. This disease makes everything around you hazy, in addition to having chills, a bad cough, and a high fever. Cholera is also a possibility that may land you in quarantine on Ellis Island. The bacteria spreads through poor sanitation and ingestion of infected water or food. You will have watery diarrhea and vomiting. The conditions on the boat poses to be a major threat. One less disease is dysentery. It is an inflammation of your intestine and colon caused by a bacteria or virus. You will get a fever, stomach pains, blood in the feces, and diarrhea. During your time at Ellis Island, you will be checked for any diseases or illnesses. If any of these are detected, you could possibly be quarantined, detained, or sent back, which will hurt your chance of being with us as quickly as possible. So keep yourself healthy and we will see you soon. But when you see the Grand Statue of Liberty, you will know that your horrors of Lithuania will almost be over. You will then enter a place called Ellis Island. When you first arrive, the majority of your time will be spent here. One tip to know before you come. Learn some English or some key phrases so you can communicate as efficiently as possible. Some examples are: hello, goodbye, how are you, where is, my name is, can you help me? Make sure you are able to say your name clearly, so it will not be changed in any way. Please make sure your journey over is as safe as it can possibly be.
Cousin Andrius, before you come to America, there are many things you should consider and prepare yourself for when you come to America, especially learning to read, write, and speak fluently. The work environment is harsh and the conditions are bad with long work days. Please be ready to prepare yourselves for these upcoming challenges at achieving your American dream.
First of all, you need to make sure that you are fluent in your own language, meaning you are able to read and write in Lithuanian. Also, it wouldn't hurt to know a bit of English. You see, even though America is thought of as being very welcoming to other immigrants, some people are skeptical of letting immigrants onto U.S. territory. There are also extremists who would make any reason to convince the people that immigrants are bad for the country. Few have even blamed the economic depression we are having on immigrants. There has even been talk on whether or not illiterate immigrants should be welcomed into America. Basically, it will help you tremendously if you know Lithuanian and familiarize yourself with English. It is true that America is the land of opportunity. However, it takes time and effort to achieve your goal of living the American dream.
You have to put up with things you may not want to, and it takes a huge amount of work to get to the top. There are many undesirable jobs that are open to immigrants, and while you do get paid, some jobs aren't even worth it. For example, I would not recommend a job as a butcher. I have heard about the terrible things that go with the job. The conditions are truly awful. It's common for people to have some of their limbs, and everyone is exposed to deadly diseases such as tuberculosis and rheumatism. Not that it's only gross to be walking around in pools of blood all day. The people do extremely immoral things. When the boss isn't screaming at you to hurry up, you are packing dead human beings along with beef. And yes, I said human beings.
It wasn't unusual that people were found dead because of disease or accident to be butchered along with the cows, and of course, it was done in secrecy. Many people die doing that job, and so I beg you, do not be a butcher, or you will become miserable. There are plenty of open jobs for immigrants. People all the time are able to take the positions of others that had to quit for whatever unknown reason. Not only are workdays long and hard, the pay is usually low. This will be enough if you use your money wisely and find a good landlord. Workdays are long and hard. You will probably feel fatigued. It's okay. I know that it will be worth it in the long run, and it will take a long time for you to achieve your dream, but you'll accomplish it eventually.
So when you come to America, there are 2 things you should keep in mind. Be smart about what job you pick, and be literate in both Lithuanian and at least be familiar with English. I'm looking forward to seeing you here. The cities are very dangerous, sanitary and dirty. Please be sure to watch closely because this information will tell you who to befriend, and it will help you find a place to live.
Okay, Andrius, when you come to America, there are a few things you need to know about the culture and the city life. First of all, the housing that immigrants can afford are unsanitary and cramped.
That's right. Most of the housing that most immigrants live in is meant only for a few people, but sometimes more than 12 people will live in a one-room apartment.
Because all those people live in one room, disease spreads quickly and many people get sick.
At these tenements, there is also a lack of clean water. Well, any water, actually. There is rarely any working indoor plumbing, and the water is often dirty.
Not to mention that the streets are filthy. Horses poop on the ground and nobody cleans it up, so not only do the rooms smell, but also do the streets.
To avoid this, make sure you bring enough money to live in a modest and clean home.
Also, do not worry about finding someone from Lithuania. Most of the immigrants, regardless of race, stick together because there are many Americans who don't like immigrants coming to America. Avoid these people and just keep moving on with your life here in America. They are ignorant and selfish.
Not all Americans are like that, so you shouldn't expect anything negative, but just brace yourself when this does happen.
The social life in America can be hard, but no, basic English is essential, not only when arriving in America, but also to interact with other people.
Another heads up, Andrius. Life in America is tough, but never turn to crime. Whatever you do, do not steal anything. There have recently been a lot of people stealing stuff, but you should never resort to that.
Be careful who you trust and stay true to yourself and your morals. This is what happened to me and my family when I arrived in America. A lot of this information can be hard to understand. This is why I will present it to you the way it is. I believe that this story will help you insight to what will happen to your family and how you should react to the situation.
Hello there, sir. What are you trying to look for?
I'm trying to find a house for my family and me. What's available?
Sorry, sir. Can you repeat that?
I'm trying to find a house for my family and me.
Okay, sir. I'm sorry to tell you this, but we have no more apartments fitting your needs. I assume you have no money, so I strongly suggest you leave the area and go back to your lot.
So be it. I'll find another neighborhood to live in. Excuse me. I can't help but overhear you speaking Lithuanian.
Why, yes, I was.
I recently moved here from Lithuania with my family. Are there any other Lithuanians in this area?
Yes, there's many. Let me show you. Come on.
Thank you.
Cousin, beware the bribers as well. People will give you money to do something such as voting, but do not do so. It is very corrupt and unfair. They will take advantage of you.
Oh, look, there's one of my friends over there. Are they Lithuanian too? Yes. Friend, this is my friend. Friend, this is my other friend.
Nice to meet you.
Bye.
Bye.
Will you do me a favor?
What do you wish for me to do?
Will you do it or not?
I don't even know what the task is. Why should I do it?
Because I have money and I know you need it.
As you wish. What is the task?
Cousins, do not fall prey to these men. They are very dangerous. I wish you the best based on the political cultures here in America. It is very difficult to understand because of the rise of nationalistic views. Many people born in America are posing threats to the society that we live in. I caution you to be safe and stay with those of our kind. Also be aware of who you can trust.
Bye,
Cousin Andrius!
Bye!
Bye! Bye!
Hope to see you soon! Bye!
Bye! Good luck on your journey!
Goodbye!
Love you!